The only section that we have not designed or talked about is the feedback section. We are going to use this section for the upcoming parts to talk about the importance of forms and how you can work with forms in an Angular application. Forms are really important because they are the go-to method for gathering user data like signups, orders, and more. They are typically the primary way users interact with your app, so let's say a login form, and they do also help you or ensure that you are collecting the right kind of data by setting up validation rules. Now, before we create the feedback form in our app, it's really important that you know that in Angular, you can use two types of forms. You have the template-driven forms and reactive forms. The template-driven forms are the simpler of the two and are great for quick and straightforward forms. With template-driven forms, Angular automatically creates the form object for you, and you can use the Angular's built-in directives for basic validation. They also offer two-way data binding using the ng model, which can be convenient for simple use cases. On the other hand, reactive forms give you more control and are better suited for complex scenarios. In reactive forms, you explicitly create the form control objects in your component class, giving you more control over the form validation and state. This approach makes it easier to unit test, mock, and reuse form groups. Reactive forms are also better suited for forms with dynamic or conditional fields, and they can also handle more complex validation scenarios. If you are looking for a quick and easy way to handle forms, use template-driven, but if you want more control, especially for complex or dynamic forms, then you can use reactive forms. On the upcoming parts, you'll learn how to use both of them. We are going to start with the simple version, which is to use the template-driven forms, and then by the end of this section, you're going to learn how to also use reactive forms, how to add validation, how to use form groups, and much more. So, see you on the next one.